welcome to my channel. I hope you're feeling well. I recently heard someone talk about God, the devil, the concept of evil, and I really felt I wanted to make a video about this. Because when people talk about these things, it usually happens in a really negative light. And it can be really scary to think that if you don't behave in a certain way, if you don't belong to a certain religious group, you are going to end up in hell after you die. And even more scary, perhaps, that there is such a thing as the devil who can get a hold of your life, your thoughts, your actions, and even your soul. But I really felt always two things very strongly in my heart. First, that God is the highest reality. So everything else that happens within this reality. And second, that God is love. So everything that happens is ultimately held within this love. If you like this video, please press like, share, comment, and if you like, subscribe to my channel. I have heaps of other videos like this that you might enjoy. So if we say that God is the highest reality and that there is only love, there cannot be anything outside of that, such as hell or the devil, that has any individual power or reality. So can we rather say perhaps that these things are more of an experience that we all go through in our lives? I'm sure we all have experienced things like loss, illness, suffering of one kind or another, fear of sickness, of losing something, of poverty, not having enough money. Life is full of struggles and can be very challenging. Also, the same applies to the world if we look around us. All the wars, all the exploitation, the inequality, the poverty, the suffering, I think it is fair to say that overall this situation is far from perfect. Bear with me, we are going to a good place. So all the evil that we can see in this world, the wars, the conflicts, the suffering, they don't happen by themselves. It is really us who make them happen, right? The wars, the conflicts, the suffering, it is based on our own actions and how we organize and structure society and the world. Also, the crisis of the earth, it is based on our own actions, as some believe. The world as such is really a perfect template. It is a beautiful place, The oceans, the sky, the plants, the flowers, the animals, it is all perfect and beautiful. It is really about what we make of it. And in the same way that we have the power to kind of create all this evil in the world, we also have the power to find our way back to the light and to goodness and to the love that we truly are. I think a lot of the evil in this world comes from our separation from our God nature. And when we do this, trouble starts. We begin to act from ego, which is driven by selfishness, greed, jealousy, anger, or society at large, which is driven by greed, making money, making a profit, gaining power, often by deceiving and hurting other people. It actually reminds me of the story of the Bible of Adam and Eve. That moment when they followed their own desire by lying and deceiving and ultimately disconnecting from God. We are all in this Adam and Eve scenario, expelled from paradise, so to speak, to have it our own way. But this is not a punishment, because it comes from our own desire. So the world really is like a playground that allows us to follow up on our desires and dreams and goals, have fun and play. Until some of us perhaps grow tired and we yearn again for this idyllic place that we remember of union and oneness. Some of us do this literally by packing up all of our belongings, leave the rat race, live off the land, share all the labor and the harvest amongst all the people equally. And some of these communities are even centered around the love for God. Some of us do this through meditation and self-inquiry, clearing out all this garbage inside, the ego, the separation. Sometimes it is easy to think of the devil or hell of something that is far away, somewhere else, has nothing to do with me. But really, isn't it something that is happening inside of us? In every instant of our life, these forces are kind of playing against each other or with each other inside of us. And each moment we have the choice of where we want to go now. What do I devote my life to? To God or godliness? Or more selfish and personal desires that I know can make me happy for a while, but ultimately, how fulfilling are they? What are the goals of my life? To accumulate, to experience, or perhaps to find out more about who I really am, the meaning of life, and my connection with God. These are the decisions we make every single day. And a lot of our happiness depends on these decisions. A simple example. How would you feel if you wake up and you start your day with a short contemplation, a moment of silence, or a prayer? And we can do this now together. Just take a few deep breaths in and out and say with me, I am alive. I am breathing. I am. Thank you. Instead of diving right into the world of the mind that surely reminds you of all the pressures in your life, all the things you need to do on the day, and dare you if you can't manage, and how to fit in the kids, and making a healthy meal, oh, and that dentist appointment, and so on. What a difference, right? This is the best indicator of where to go and where the truth lies, which is where your wellness is. So really, we are our own captives of what sometimes seems like a hellish place, and our own creators of the devil, which sometimes resides in our own minds. And by the grace of God, we also can take away the power of these things, simply by turning our gaze back to the truth and to who we really are. Let us ask together for this grace now to guide us and to help us through the day. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please press like. And if you like, subscribe to my channel. All my love to you.